Behind every Premier League club lies an academy, a relentless machine built to develop the next generation of footballers. Each week, hundreds of young people will train here on the South Coast, all with the common goal of a career in the professional game. For the first time ever, we take you inside the beating heart of AFC Bournemouth's academy, following the highs, the heartbreaks, and the sacrifices it takes to succeed. These are the pathways being built, with the aim to produce the next breakthrough name. Always advancing, never retreating. Welcome inside the AFC Bournemouth Academy.
Played Archie, played Ben. Nice Kevin, good boy.
Academies are graded by categories. So there's category 1, 2, 3 and 4. Category 1 clubs tends to be Premier League clubs and category 2 clubs, and it follows down like that. Cat 2, you need some requirements like the dome and a certain level of facility. So our facility now allowed us to make that jump. And then you play a different level of club, the clubs who put in the same investment as what we've done. And then if you want to make the jump to Cat 1, there's obviously certain levels of staffing, facilities, you access different types of games programs, so then you reach that final stage of Category 1.
We want to get to a stage where we're constantly producing players for the first team from the academy. That's always been our ambition, and just this season I think we've painted a really positive picture in having those younger players around the first team, having opportunities, minutes at first team level to provide the platform and pathway for younger players to get close to the first team.
I think the academy is a fundamental part of our club, I would say of every club. They give us the assurance that we have the help in trainings, the assurance of in case of need, like we've seen this season, no? That we can count on them and use them, and I'm always grateful when they help us, yes.
You've got 140 names on your board and you want them all to play for AFC Bournemouth. Now we know that not all of them are going to. We recently changed our context and reset our vision to produce our first team captain. Now we've gone very big with our vision, but for us, if the club are going to put money into us as an academy, if we're going to move into this building and move towards Cat 1, then we want to produce the most important player for the first team.
Yellows, what we're looking to do just for Given, just take those pictures around Brentford's press. So again, Laurie's acting as the Brentford goalkeeper, they've got the green back four in, single pivot in here, 2 8s, and Kelvin's their left-sided player, but he starts very, very narrow. It's man for man, now we can start thinking about skipping the press. If they start jumping one of the midfield players up, you can free yourself up as well, Lee. So all of a sudden, if Stuckey starts drawing him underneath the ball and Leland, you start roaming in, doesn't have to be straight, you might come off on an angle.
My role is the under 15-16 lead coach. So I oversee both age groups. This year we are a mixed age group cell, and I oversee all the players and the staff within that. It's a tricky year to navigate, not just on the grass, but for the boys themselves as young people. They have a really important GCSE year in education, so that's a big factor, on top of trying to earn a scholarship at a Premier League club. So there's definitely two major stresses there. The boys that are in our age groups are 14, 15-year-old young kids that have full-time education, and for some who travel quite a long distance. Some can travel over an hour away. So it's really important they find that balance. We work extremely hard, not just on the football side, but from an emotional well-being, making sure the boys are looked after. We need the boys and want the boys to be at their optimum come Saturday. So yeah, it's really important we manage their works accordingly.
I think especially for this year, doing GCSEs, it's a lot harder. I think at the weekends, on the Sundays, and the days off, you've got to really, for me personally, you've got to get your head down and start working, because it's not long until I'm going to be doing my exams, so yeah.
There's obviously some key principles and some pillars that we follow, which I think is important at any football club. So there's definitely a vision of how the club would like to play and where they want to go with that. So we're definitely guided by that. You know, everyone is one unit, which is really nice, and I think the players benefit from that.
It's qualifiers day for the under-16s, a chance to earn the right to face the top academies in the country. A national competition where the Cherries have only reached the tournament proper twice in their history.
You only qualify if you're a Premier League team, so we get the opportunity when the first team's in the Premier League, but because we're Cat 2 we often have to qualify, so really great exposure, looking forward to what this year will give.
I mean, it's the biggest tournament. I went last year when I was a year below, and it's just like an amazing experience. All the best teams in the country together, and you know, as Bournemouth we're sort of seen as the underdogs or a smaller type of club, but I think it's a great experience and a great opportunity to get sort of your name out there and compare yourself to others in terms of the level.
Boys, how are you feeling? Excited. Use that emotion as positive energy, boys. I'm loving the warm-up. I feel like we're in a good place emotionally.
It's a very good weekend for us, actually a very good week, because we prepared those games very professional, and I think the players took information on board really well during the week, and that facilitated our task when it came to the weekend, because the players have taken the information on board, they knew what the game plans were going to be, and then on the day we just needed to make sure, okay, this is what's happening, or this is what we expect to happen, it's happening.
We've got Brentford and Ipswich in a three-teamer qualifier from the Premier League. We top two go through, so we play each other once on a day. Yeah, top two go through. The third place, unfortunately, doesn't get through on a day. Any opportunity the boys get to qualify for this sort of tournament is a great thing for them. The boys just relish the opportunity to get there.
Bournemouth start well against the Bees, but with 20-minute halves, the first goal could be make or break.
Now is the moment that you have to go out there, you have to go and give your best, you have to go and enjoy your game, you have to shine. So let's make sure all the information that you have been preparing for, now it comes on the game and you put all the hard work in.
Play with purpose and intent though. Play with intent. Well done, massive well done. We've shown the grit, we showed resilience in those final moments. Even when we're speaking around what we can learn, we've still showed we got across the line.
It's natural, you boys have not been in this situation before, but you're good players and you showed first half you can control a game of football. Okay, the result may affect your decision making slightly in moments, but actually when we've got time to control the ball and show our quality, continue to do so, because that's how you'll make chances and that's how you go get 2 and 3 goals. So believe in yourselves, you've come through that test, that's fantastic, you've got another game coming later on. You can take all that learning into this afternoon's fixture.
The first goal was going to be massively important, and it was arguably going to decide the game, and it kind of worked out that way.
Obviously, in terms of the context of the intention of the objective, we all know what's happened, right? Yeah. How now then do we make this next game like a learning experience or valuable? That's the challenge now. We want to finish top of the group. Can we now go and win this little mini group? Everyone happy with that? Go show me then. Let's go. Come on. The application, commitment throughout the whole of this week in terms of the preparation, I thought it's been really, really good. And you could just see the togetherness within the group. I think it's really strong. And trust me, boys, throughout this season and beyond, when you go into hopefully first team football or whatever your future lies, togetherness and what you look like in difficult moments, that's just the test of a character. And I'll end it on this note. My main feeling is like pride, how proud of you boys I am today, and we are of you.
top lads, and you've got the outcome that you deserve. So massive well done. Big plaudits all round. Well done.
Boys.
Red ball. Come on, stick out it, Blues, come on.
My journey at this football club started in 2002 when I signed as a young player. I was 19 years of age and I had 5 seasons here over 2 spells. And then I rejoined the academy in 2015 and did 2 years with the under-12s, 5.5 years then managing the under-18s before doing the last 2 years with under-21s. So in my 10th season now in the academy as a coach.
But think about what I spoke about Tuesday after the Southampton game. What was that big message when I spoke about the club and the badge? Never give up. Yeah, I know it's a slogan as such, but it is. So if you pull together and if you look around, look at how many people we've got here today. Obviously I know I've been here a long time, but what the club represents or what it means is setbacks and coming back again. Setback and coming back again. And you showed it again today.
I mean, personally, my day, Tom Perdomo, my assistant and I, we're sat at the desk ready to plan at 6:30 every morning. So whether that's going through ideas, re-watching clips back, planning training, we like that quiet time to discuss all these things. So that'll be a normal weekday. And then we drive across to Camford from the stadium where our office is based at the moment, train the players. So that would be a general working day, and we leave around sort of 5 o'clock-ish. So that's a general working day. So that's a Monday. Often our games are on Tuesday, especially our home games. So we'll either play at our stadium or at Wimborne. Most of our games are at Wimborne. So again, in the stadium in the morning, drive across to Wimborne for the game. Yeah, a lot of time and effort goes into it. But for me, within coaching, management and football in general, you need to put everything into every action. And, I think that's the only way you've got any chance of being successful in such a competitive industry.
Once we do the kick-off, we then look to go on our press. So our press is pretty standard with the goal kick. So Ash, see, I've got a diagonal line going back towards here, and there's a green that says AC there.
The first team has to be the priority of any club. It's what all our younger players aspire towards. It's what the fans come and see. It's what fills the stadium. And I think there's a long history now of our journey from League 2 to the Premier League of pushing boundaries, and even more recently, under the Gaffer, records points total. So I think the perception of Bournemouth internally has changed. I think the perception externally is certainly starting to change, and that's really exciting for everyone, because with increased expectation, then increased standards have to follow, increased accountability, and those are certainly really healthy things in driving the academy forwards to follow the progress that's been made at first team level.
Good. Kevin, on the pass, go. Yes, Finn. Good. Go. Let's go, Finn. 4. Brilliant, Moto. Well done, Ben. Ben, well done. Love that. If you can carry, great. If he's already in, you see he's onside, give it him. Well done.
The next step for our players is first team football under 21. So whether that's out on loan, whether that's in our first team, or unfortunately players leave the club and you're getting them ready for their next step. My big focus day to day is making sure our players are ready for their first steps in first team football. So yeah, they're all big challenges. And there's often a lot of moving parts in under 21 football. So there's a lot of day-to-day decisions. You have to be very flexible with your decision making as well.
Good, let's go, Kel. Yes, Green's your turn. Let's get excited to press.
Good evening all, and welcome to the start of a new Chelsea week, and it begins with the under-21s, who are always a great watch. Tonight they're in cup action on the south coast. They've come to Wimborne in Dorset for game 2 of this season's Premier League Cup. It has already begun well for both of these clubs, actually. Bournemouth, the hosts here, won narrowly on opening night. So much attacking intent, lots of goals, so you can expect more here. So, who, if anyone, can go to 6 points out of 6. Excellent from Raksakin, well taken by Elise. Super control, desperate effort at a cynical foul. Elise's cross. Oh, Harvey Vale, it's a great chance, it's in.
Let's go again, Max, come on, let's go.
Williams with the latest corner. And there's Harold William, twice over, somehow. There's a force field around that Chelsea goal there.
Yes, that's go on. No foul, go on. Go on. Go on. It's Lou, come on, Nige.
Well won by Johnny Stuttle up top. Seen much of him for Bournemouth. Motto looks a threat. That's a good cross hanging up there. Chance, certainly on target till Caden Wilson diverted it. It was Carlos Gregory. That'll be that. A look at the watch and a blow of the whistle and a half-time lead for Chelsea in this second game of the Premier League Cup group. Bournemouth have had their threats.
Just that composure on the transition to then go forward, or if not, we sustain and then we go to keep getting on the ball. Like the variety in our play, that's what makes us a great team, a difficult team to play against. Just because we go long a little bit more in the build, when we do have that time to get composed, and then we can start playing and doing our thing in the final third. Getting them players on the ball that can do their thing.
Flat out. Give yourself some distance to see it, and you just need to protect it.
What's the feeling? It's what we've prepared for. Yeah. We've done it well. We've had many chances, and we've had chances up from going along, excellent second balls, and worked up the pitch quite quickly. So.
We made it that ugly game that we wanted it to be. It's just then at times the balance that we spoke about, we went to get your foot on and do our thing, get the players on the ball to do their thing.
We are should be competitive. We've been ultra competitive. Tackles, second balls, first balls. But boys, look how much positive stuff that we've done. So the press, exactly as we looked at. Yeah, everyone's aggressive. There's a lot. Look at Lou Brown around on the goalkeeper. Harold following in. Yeah, tight, making it uncomfortable. We break. Can we find a forward pass early? And we're unlucky. We've been unlucky with 9 passes a few times that we looked at in the week. Don't lose the physicality and the mentality that's really got us in this game and really got us in a big chance of getting something from this game. So don't lose those core basics and fundamentals, boys. Because again, I'm loving watching it. I'm loving watching the commitment. I'm loving watching you playing a proper game. I'm loving watching you play in front of a decent crowd, because that's what you deserve. Have a minute, guys, and be ready. Come on. It's here for us. Come on, stop. Keep going.
Morgan's there, and so's Brody Hughes for a rare goal. Right place, right time. That has been a real feature tonight. The Blues have a cushion, it's 2-0. Here's a chance. He's been waiting for one of them all night. There's Johnny Stuttle.
Well played!
Oh, mistake from Harris. Here's Washington. No, but it's definitely a penalty, surely. Look that way. Nicely done, David Washington. Off the bench and onto the score sheet. Bournemouth 0, Chelsea 3. Tideman. Motto. Good cross. Johnny Stuttle has his goal. It's a good header, that. Come on, Merrick required here, twice over. Well played. They'd have had about 30 seconds to get another Bournemouth, but we're more concerned about the other end here, because it's Tyreek George and it's Washington Out the way, McNeely. 4-1. Final score in Dorset, Bournemouth 1, Chelsea 4.
Really well played. Well done. No, well played. We'll see you again. All right, well played.
Yeah, there's some quality moments. What you're showing is there's nothing to fear when you're on a football pitch. Individually or collectively, there's nothing to fear. You compete with both of them. But in terms of how you get to that next level, it then comes down to the details of errors, and it comes down to capitalising on the moments that you got. So if you go away from here with anything, know that you can compete, know that you can be better than opposition that on paper should be this, should be that. But then also know that the work you're now doing is to convert those good performances, those pats on the back, into ruthless wins. Into games where you dominate the big moments. Okay? But so much of that to be proud of, gents, definitely.
That was a really, really positive performance. There's no way they had it on their terms. It was uncomfortable, we created chances. Thinking we always have that fine lines. Yeah, at no point did I see a team that went flat. Yeah, I thought it was good energy, it was good voice. Okay, but that is a good night for everyone. Let's make sure we have another even better night on Thursday night. Okay? Thank you.
Next time.
I could see his potential as a coach.
It's the biggest game of the season for the lads.
And the referee blows the full-time whistle.
I will rise, I will shine, I will sing this song. I will make it through, I know. I will win up the prize, let us sing this song. We will make it through, I know.